video is a stretching video, and it's great to do first thing in the morning before you start your day. So we're going to start on our hands and our knees. Line your knees up under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. You just want to start to gently warm up the shoulders. You're going to hinge your hips forward, inhale, and then exhale. You're going to feel like you stretch back on your heels. Inhale forward, and then exhale back. Notice my tailbone, right? So when we're going forward, we're not really tucking and sinking into our back. And then when we're going backwards, the same thing. We want to reach our sits bones back and out. Just stretch out the lower back and the sits bones. Or if you have sciatica, this is a good stretch, right? So inhale forward, and then exhale as you go back. You're not tucking under. You're keeping your tailbone up and out. Really helps to open the hamstrings, and again, that piriformis area. So inhale and exhale. Now we're going to line our shoulders up under the heel of the hand, and then we're going to just bring our knees in a little bit. Inhale, you're going to just stretch your chest, chin up, open your collarbone to stretch your chest, and then exhale. You're going to tuck your chin, round your shoulders, pull your ribs and your belly in, and tuck your tailbone down. And then start at the tailbone, you reach the tailbone out. And inhale, you lift your chin, draw your shoulders in your back, opening your collarbone and your chest. And then exhale, you're gonna round down. Push down into the feet, really hollow out the belly, tuck the tailbone down, stretching out the back, and then lift the tailbone, draw the shoulders in my back, lift the chest up. Big collarbone, chest stretch. And then one more rounding. Yeah, now we're going to stay here. We're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to lift up, and then we're going to just press back into our downward dog. Here you want to pedal your knees. So you're going to bend your knee and try to stretch your heel down, inhaling and exhaling. I just want to gently bend the knee. Just watch that your hips aren't rocking from side to side. You're just trying to stretch out your hamstrings and your calf muscles. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice deep breath. Each time you're just thinking of trying to stretch your heel all the way down. Now we're going to bend the right knee, stretch the heel down, and hold there. I'm trying to get the heel to press into the floor. My hands are gently pushing into the floor, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. Just pressing the heel down, inhale, and exhale, just getting your calf muscle nice and open. Good, and then we'll pedal again for 5 and 4. Deep breath. 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now stretch both heels down and your hips up and back, and then you can come down to your knees, and then we're going to come and sit on our sits bones. So you're going to separate your feet. We'll cross our legs in front, and then now we're just going to hold. So we're going to twist all the way to the right. You're going to get your hand as close to your back as you can get it, so you're sitting up nice and tall. This hand can gently press on the knee. Inhale and exhale. And we're trying to rotate through our waist. Right? So try not to just stretch your head all the way and not your chest. You want to feel like your shoulders are opening, and you're trying to get your right shoulder behind you and then your left shoulder forward towards your right knee. Twisting all the way around. You should feel this in your side and your underarm, your lats, and your back. Now you're going to stay sitting up, and we'll go to the other side. Your left hand is as close to your back as you can get it, so you're upright, and you're just going to twist all the way around. Inhale and exhale. So I try to just twist my shoulders and get as much rotation in my spine as I can get. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And one more breath, inhale, exhale. Okay, we'll come back to the center. Put the soles of your feet together. Let your knees gently open to the side. So we want our knees to be open to the side. And here I want you to think of lifting your chest up and then leaning forward. And holding as you press, gently press your thighs down. Try not to push on your knees, but really just push your thighs down. So I'm not rounding and dumping in my lower back. I just want to reach my chest out, and then I'm going to lift up. So inhale, we'll go forward. Exhale, we'll come up. inhale forward, exhale up. And I want you to just gently press your feet down into the floor, and of course just trying to keep the thighs nice and open. My chest is open, and I'm just stretching my inner thighs here. Yeah, now I'm gonna hold, I'll walk my hands all the way out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and as I exhale, I gently push my thighs towards the floor, and then one more breath. Now I'm gonna round forward, but my low back is still lengthening. And we're gonna round down and try to reach our forehead towards the floor. Inhale, and exhale to hold. Inhale, and exhale to hold. And one more inhale, and exhale to hold. Good, I'll come up, knees, and we're gonna stretch our hips. You're gonna lunge your left leg forward, and if you have balance issues, you can just hold on to a wall. So you're gonna lean forward, walk the front foot out, just so the knee doesn't go over your toe. We're gonna lift our belly up, lift our chest up, and then you wanna just take your right glute, so we're gonna stretch this right thigh into our right hip. You wanna squeeze your glute and then push your hip forward, but do it without collapsing down, right? So we want the upper torso really upright. And we're just gonna stretch, squeezing our glute, inhaling, and then exhaling, trying to open up through here. Inhale, and exhale, and then one more. Now to get the outer hip a little bit more, we're gonna walk, heel toe our left foot in, so it's really more lined up with the right side. And then you're gonna lean forward again, inhaling and exhaling. And then really what you wanna do is feel this a little bit more on the outside of your hip. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna place our hands down. You're gonna flex your foot and you're gonna reach your tailbone back. So we don't wanna round down, we wanna lift our chest. And here we're just stretching out our opposite, our left hamstring. We stretch, inhale and exhale. So we're gonna go forward, hip stretch, back, hamstring stretch. Inhale, chest up, forward and back. Inhale and exhale. Try not to round your lower back or your pelvis, and you really want to feel hip, thigh, and then hamstring, calf. 2 more, and then 1 more. Good, you'll place your left knee down, and then you're gonna bring your right foot forward. You're gonna lunge forward and then try to keep your chest up nice and upright. You're gonna squeeze your left glute on your exhale as you lean forward. So you start to feel your left thigh and then all the way into your hip, up into your belly maybe even. Inhale and exhale. So our inner thighs get really tight, hips get really tight. A lot of times when we're sleeping, this is a nice stretch to do in the morning. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk your right foot in towards your left leg a little bit more, and then we're gonna stretch more the outer left hip. Inhaling and exhaling. And if this bothers your bottom knee, just put a pillow or a towel or something soft under there just to help your kneecap. Inhale and exhale, we're really stretching, squeezing that left glute. And you should feel this in your outer left hip a little bit more. Now we're just going to lunge forward, inhale, and then stretch back, flexing, trying to get that right hamstring. And we inhale, we go forward, squeeze that left glute, and then we're coming back and sticking our bottom out. We inhale forward, and then exhale it back. Inhale forward, and exhale it back. I'm still really trying to keep my chest lifted and not rounding my spine. You feel it much more in your hamstrings if you don't round your spine. Good. And back. And hip and hamstring. 1 more. Hip and hamstring. Great, so we're gonna come back onto the mat. You're gonna turn both knees out, so your heels together, your toes apart. And then we're gonna start to walk our hands out on the mat. So your thighs are turned out and your heels are up. And this is again for the hips. So we're gonna just lower down onto our forearms, and we're gonna squeeze our glutes and push the hips down into the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Now what you wanna do here is you wanna push down into the kneecaps and have a little resistance there. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna straighten the legs out. And this last stretch is, we're gonna just stretch our belly. So from the pubic bone all the way up to the breastbone, we're gonna feel that stretch, which allows us to have a really great posture. You're gonna turn your legs out. Forehead will start on the mat and your hands will be outside of your shoulders. If you're more broad, you can bring them wider, or you can bring them up towards your top of your mat if you're tight. So you're gonna inhale, you'll lift your chin up, roll your shoulders open, start to lift your chest up, and then you wanna come up as far as you can come with the front of the hips staying on the mat. You're gonna hold here, relax your glutes and your legs, and we're just breathing. Inhale, exhale, I relax my shoulders. Inhale, exhale, I relax my shoulders. Inhale, and you almost again on your exhale, you wanna release your glutes, allow your front of your hip bones to relax down into the mat, and that will allow your abdominal, your rectus abdominis to just open up. Inhale, exhale, one more inhale, exhale, and then we'll come all the way down. You stretch back into your mat, bring your hands overhead, and stretch all the way back. Inhale, exhale. Good, you're gonna come up one more time. And then here we're just gonna cross our legs in front again. You're gonna reach both arms up to inhale. We'll take the left arm down and you stretch it over to the right. So here we wanna stretch our right side. You wanna try to keep your right hip and right sit bone down. And if you need to, you bend the bottom arm. We're not pulling the arm to do the stretch. We're actually trying to pull the rib off of the hip. And again, you're feeling your side and even your hip. So it's inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Each time you want to just see if you can't go a little bit deeper. Inhale up, exhale over, inhale up. Now as you're going over, you want to make sure your head is staying up and back and you're not rounding forward. Inhale up and exhale over. Now you take the right hand to the mat and we're just going to twist one more time, inhaling and exhaling. So as you exhale, you're trying to just twist a little bit more to the left. Inhale, exhale. Now you place the left hand on the side, your right arm up, lift the chest, and you come all the way up. Reach both arms up, right arm goes down, we're gonna go over. Take 2 deep breaths here, and we're just trying to push the left hip down, and we're trying to lift our left rib off of our hip. So we want to get space in our side, and we want to keep our sit bone down. My head and chest is up, and then we inhale up, exhale it over. Inhale up, exhale it over. Good, inhale and exhale. Just opening up the side and the obliques. This will allow us to stand taller. Inhale up, exhale over, and one more inhale up. Exhale over. Now we're going to come here, we're going to send that left hand down onto the mat as we twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So I'm just trying to twist my torso deeper to the right. Inhale, exhale, and then one more breath. Inhale, exhale. Good, we'll come back to the side, we'll come up, and we're gonna take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, we're gonna look up towards our hands, lifting our chin. Exhale, float the arms down in front. Inhale, we reach up. And exhale it down. And then one more inhale up. Bring your hands into prayer, we come back down, and namaste. So you're all done for our morning stretches, and just be sure when you're here, maybe you sit for a minute, 2, and just go inside your body. Just feel how maybe you feel a little bit more open. And of course, thank your body for moving for you and stretching for you, and just appreciate your wellness.